Good morning. Please stand as the Washington High School cadets present our nation's flag under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Rod Burmeister.
Right wheel, march. Color guard, halt. Present colors.
Our national anthem will be sung by the Edison Middle School Interventions under the leadership of Mrs. Amber Semple.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to Please remain standing until the colors have left the gymnasium.
Order, colors. Right wheel, march. Forward, march. Color guard, halt. Unsuit your colors and fall out.
Thank you, Washington and Edison students.
You can be anywhere. Yep. Welcome to the Sonia Sotomayor Elementary Veterans Day celebration. We're gathered here today to honor the men and women who gave of their time and talents to serve our country. Veterans Day is the anniversary of the signing of the armistice, which ended World War I hostilities between the Allied nations and Germany on November 11, 1918. Veterans Day is now a national holiday to thank our veterans for their service. Please turn your attention to our third graders, to the center of the gym, for America's White Table presented in English and in Spanish by our fifth grade leadership students.
Ahora nuestro liderazgo de quinto grado va a presentar la Mesa Blanca de los Estados Unidos.
Now our 5th grade leadership team will present America's White Table.
La Mesa Blanca de Estados Unidos es un libro escrito por Margaret Lee Freeman. Es una historia sobre una niña que se entera de los sacrificios hechos por su tío y muchos otros soldados para otorgarnos la libertad. Su madre puso una mesa como esta.
America's White Table is a book written by Margaret Lee Freeman. It is a story about a little girl who learns about the sacrifices made by her uncle and so many other soldiers to grant us freedom. Her mother set a table, like this one.
Usamos una mesa pequeña para mostrar a un soldado la batalla solitaria contra muchos. La cubrimos con un paño blanco para honrar el corazón puro de un remero cuando responde a la obligación de su país.
We use a small table to show one soldier's lonely battle against many. We cover it with a white cloth to honor a soldier's pure-hearted answer to his country's call of duty.
Colocamos rodajas de limón y gramos de sal en un plato para mostrar a los soldados cautivos el amargo destino y el de las familias que esperan que sus seres queridos regresen. We place a lemon slice and grains of salt on a plate to show captive soldiers' bitter fate and the tears of families waiting for their loved ones to return. Empujamos una silla desocupada a la mesa para los soldados desaparecidos que no están aquí.
We push an empty chair to the table for the missing soldiers who are not here.
Ponemos una servilleta negra por el cautiverio y un vaso boca abajo por la comida que no será comida. We lay a black napkin for the sorrow of captivity and turn over a glass for the meal that won't be eaten. Nosotros colocamos una vela blanca por la paz y finalmente una rosa roja en un florero atado con cinta roja con la esperanza de que todas las personas perdidas regresen algún día. We place a white candle for peace and finally a red rose in a vase tied with red ribbon for the hope that all are missing will return someday. Now please turn your attention to the 3rd graders as they share a song called God Bless America. Under the direction of Miss Melanie Sander and accompanied by Miss Jacqueline Laney. We would now like to recognize the Sonia Sotomayor Elementary family members who have served or have currently serving our country. Veterans, if you are here today with Please stand and remain standing as we name all as the name of.
I would like to just take one moment to just say a special thank you. We have 2 World War II veterans in our presence today. My grandfather fought in World War II, and I would like to give special recognition first to Douglas Starr, who served in World War II and in the Korean War, and also Laverne Larson. If you two would stand, please, because I want you to have a little special recognition this morning.
Riley Odlin in the Air Force. Air Guard.
George Parades, Aaron, Army National Guard.
Marine only, Marines.
Charles Butler, Army.
Troy Buckley, Army.
Eugene Carroll, Air Force.
Bruce Carrier, Army.
Erica Centeno, in the Army.
Edwin Centeno, Army.
John Davis, Army.
Ronald H. Eklund, United States Navy.
Jamie Fisk, Air Force and Army.
Dan Foster, U.S. Air Guard.
Matt Gaston, Air Force.
Keith Glasser, United States Marine Corps.
Nicole Gruber, Air Force and Air National Guard.
Adam Hanish, Air National Guard.
Alan Woolsey, Army.
Patrick Jones, Army National Guard.
Paul Knudsen, Army.
Once again, Laverne Larson, U.S. Navy, served in World War II.
Donovan Larson, Air Guard.
Corporal Marlette, Army National Guard.
Keith Metzger, Army.
Brandon Miller, Active Army.
Gregory Miller, Army.
Golden Minister, Navy.
Mark Olson, Army.
Leo Howell, Army.
Harmon Reeves, Army.
Glenn Rasmussen, Army.
Jerry Rafe, Army.
Army. Nathan Robertson, South Dakota Air National Guard.
Melvin Ronning, National Guard.
Joanne Rudolph, Air Force.
Henry Seiler, U.S. Air Force.
Regan Smith, Army.
William Southard, Navy.
Once again, Douglas Starr. World War II, served with the U.S. Navy.
Dan Stadma, U.S. Marine Corps.
Ron Strand, Army.
Hunter Summers, U.S. Navy.
Donald Thompson, Army.
Amanda Tilburn, Navy.
Jason Tomlinson, Air National Guard.
John Tunneder, Air Force.
Adam Van Dekamp, Army.
Dennis Ward, Army.
And Zach Wick, Army National Guard.
If there is anyone that we missed, please stand now and be recognized. All right. Thank you all for your service. Veterans Day is one day that is very, very important to me. We started this tradition when Miss Callie's husband was deployed. Excuse me. On Veterans Day, you will open our building. My grandfather served in the U.S. Air Force, and there's a beautiful picture of him and his flight crew right before they were shot down into the Adriatic Sea. He is no longer living, but he remains right here in my heart. My father served in Vietnam with the U.S. Air Force, and my brother served in the Air Force in the Bosnian War. And so the military runs deep. We thank each and every one of you for your services. In this room right now are folks from 15 different countries, and we're all celebrating the sacrifices that you gave that made a school like this possible today in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So thank you once again. I'd like to invite Miss Natasha up to the front for a special little tribute.
And before we do our little magic, I would like to ask Master Sergeant Nicole Gruber to come down for just a moment, please.
Seniority, can you come front and center, please? You might want to grab some tissues for seniority. Good morning, everybody. My name is Master Sergeant Nicole Gruber, and I'm a first sergeant with the Civil Engineering Squadron under the 114 Fighter Wing here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And this time last year, I was deployed. I had left for a 6-month deployment to the Middle East, and I believe some of you may have remembered seeing me in a video that was played, although I was standing in the middle of the desert and I know it was hard for you to hear me, wishing you well from over there. This morning I just really wanted to thank you, Senior Abik, for your support of my family. While I was deployed, Senior Abik would send me random pictures, sometimes of Johanna, and I knew that Johanna was in such good hands during the day, even though Mom was far away. I wanted to thank you for your support of my family, but I also want to thank you for your support of the military, and for all of those out there today who are serving and have kids in this school. I just feel incredibly grateful for what you do for us and the way that you honor and appreciate us. So this morning, I want to present a flag to you that I had flown in your honor. So I'd like to present that to you and read the certificate. Girls, can you come forward? This flag represents the American forces who have faithfully served in Afghanistan since October 2001 and bears witness to our continuing efforts to destroy terrorist forces and to ensure that Afghanistan is never again used to stage attacks against our homeland. This flag was flown over the skies of Afghanistan on a combat sortie aboard an F-16 Viper assigned to the 175th Expeditionary Fighter Squadron, Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan, on 27 September 2018. So thank you so much again for your support. Thank you, Sonia Sotomayor staff, Senora Osorio, Senora as Johanna's teacher last year, Senora Castejo, Johanna's kindergarten teacher. We just appreciate the way that you were family to her while I was gone, and of course everything you do.
All right, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? So, I get the privilege of working with all of these children in the lunchroom on a day-to-day basis. And when I was first kind of signed up for this duty, I was kind of the new girl in the house, and I felt that that's just kind of where I was expected to go. So, the first few weeks were quite overwhelming when at one point, 600 kids come through the lunchroom, and Mrs. Beek just said, all you really got to do is direct traffic. Well, I think I got trucked over, like literally plowed over the first few days. So I had to figure out what I could do to productively get your children in and out of the lunchroom. And at the same time, I'm always about teaching. Like, I like to lead from the front. So we talk a lot about manners, and we talk a lot about listening skills, and we talk a lot about respect. We talk about how to ask for a milk. Can I get a milk? No. May? Right. Please. What are my two favorite words? Right. Simple, simple. Kindness matters. So, over the course of the last 2, and this is my 3rd year here, we've had a lot of fun. Learning just how to be a better person, even though you're only with me and they're about 20 minutes. So we're going to show these people how well you listen. So I rarely get to tell you this, but we're going to make a bunch of noise, and then we're going to do our countdown, right? So go ahead. Let's hear those loud voices.
Good job, Tom.
we do have a third grade class that's leaving on a field trip, so that's why they're sneaking out quick. We'd like to, once again, thank you to each one of our veterans for your service and for your sacrifices. Thank you, Nicole, for this special gift. I'm speechless on that one, and that takes a lot. We would like to dismiss our veterans first. We have a little tradition here that the veterans line up outside, and the kids give very nice high fives all the way out. And so, if our veterans would like to start lining up in the hall, after the kids are back in class, veterans, we have some coffee and cookies to celebrate you this morning. So if our veterans would like